Welcome back, our Magic Home family, and welcome if you all are new. I am Olivias, your Magic Home, and in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys a DIY tree topper plus a step-by-step on how I put together this amazing Love Shack Fancy inspired Valentine's Day tree. This is the season of romance, you guys, and I am so excited for it, totally here for it. And now listen, if you guys want to know how I DIY'd some of these Love Shack Fancy inspired kind of shabby chic-ish hearts, go back and check out the rest of my videos. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's totally free. It helps us out mama out so much. I am a full-time content creator. We're also going to be working on my mantle. So many fun things happening. So also thank you all so much for all of the congratulations on my son Max and his new fiance Skylar's engagement. You guys, I am just on cloud nine. Literally, I wake up and it's a Disney princess bridal idea day every day for me. So anyway, thank you for being here. And without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns. Get out your ribbons, hearts, glitter, and paint, and let's get to crafting. Before we get started on the DIY in this tutorial, I have to share with you all of the DIYs we have done in the last couple of videos. We did these Love Shack Fancy hearts. We made over some Dollar Tree hearts. We did these big floofy bows. We did some fake cakes and other decorations. You guys go back and check out the rest of those videos. I need to actually put this in a little playlist for you. This is the one we're getting ready to make. It's so beautiful. You'll never believe how easy it is using mostly Dollar Tree and recycled supplies. So for this Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to create a beautiful Love Shack Fancy inspired tree topper for my Valentine's Day tree. You want to start out with one of the Dollar Tree Valentine's Day felt hearts, and we're just going to take some crepe paper or streamer. I have this left over from my daughter's birthday party, and you can see I did one already, and I actually did another one back in one of our other videos, but this one we're going to make into like a giant magical fairy wand or a tree topper. But what you want to do is just run the glue down the edge of the heart and then kind of ruffle that crepe paper. It's super easy to do this, but be careful if you're sensitive to hot glue, because you are going to have to kind of press down on the crepe paper as you go along. You just kind of want to make a ruffling motion. I hope that makes sense. Also, I do cut it at the center part and then restart another piece and just move along as we go. Okay, now I want to take a wrapping paper roll left over from Christmas. Crafters are such hoarders, and I am I'm no different. I'm definitely a hoarder, but this wrapping paper roll that I've been hoarding since Christmas because I knew I wanted to make something with it is going to come into handy. And what I want to do is take my crepe paper and run it along the entire little, we're going to create a magical fairy wand tree topper, and I'm just going to hot glue it on end to end and then run it. I did it twice, that way that the paper roll was covered. And then we're going to take our Dollar Tree heart and we're going to hot glue the heart onto the crepe paper that we rolled up. You do want to be very generous with your hot glue on this part because you don't want your magical fairy wand falling apart, and you guys can get really creative with this part. Now if you want to leave it more as a fairy wand, you want to do something really lightweight, but I'm going to take one of these wooden Love Shack Fancy inspired hearts that I made, and I just used a little Love Shack Fancy paper and created a big giant heart cookie. But what I want to do now is hot glue the heart onto the center of my felt heart, and I did give it a lot of glue because I really wanted to stay on there, and it ended up being really secure. I wasn't for sure, but this is the key right here, is we need to back it up and reinforce it with another crepe paper felt heart. So just go ahead and give it a bunch more glue and then kind of just press it together until it gets on there. You could even add some little floral wire to the back of this if you wanted to. I know that mine isn't going to move around because once it's up on my tree topper, it's not going anywhere. But I think these would be really cute actually to take and make and put them like down, drop them down into some cute little planters. I don't know, I have so many fun ideas. Okay, now this is some bridal goodies that I have. It is actually like a little bridal decor piece with tulle and then pearls sewn on. Skylar had decorated for one of her friends' bridal parties and then passed the goodies on to me, and now she's engaged, and Skylar is my future daughter-in-law. So I'm just going to sneak in and use a little bit of this. I'm not gluing onto anything because I want to be able to repurpose and reuse this possibly in bridal decor. I'm going to be doing her bridal shower as well. Super excited for that, and you guys know it's going to be so girly. But I just added a pink bow to the top, and bam, we have this fabulous little tree topper. So budget friendly and very unique and creative. And you guys could change this up and use the red felt hearts from Dollar Tree. And in the next tutorial, we are going to tackle this tree. I'm going to share with you guys a step-by-step, truly a step-by-step tutorial of how I created this massive, beautiful Valentine's Day tree. And again, let's do an overview of everything we're going to use. We have a bunch of Dollar Tree wooden hearts that we added Love Shack fancy paper to, some bows and some beautiful icing to make them into big cookies. I created 2 big fluffy Michael's bows. Those are actually going to go on the tree. And then under the tree, we're going to put fake cakes as our present. And then our big, beautiful, magical tree topper wand. And so let's get to work. This was actually quite a bit of work, and it was a little bit warmer today when I tackled this tree, and Benji Bear was going ham on barking. He was barking inside, outside. He wanted to go in and out. It's still cold out. Anyway, let's get started on this Valentine's Day tree. Benji Bear is my puppy dog if you guys just joined me. I added my little Magical Fairy Wand heart tree topper to the top, and I zip tied it on. And then I found on clearance 80% off this pink ribbon from Michael's. Now I will tell you, this ribbon, it twists really easy, but it's like paper ribbon. So I wasn't for sure about that, but since I got 80% off, who can complain, right? Now let's add those big Dollar Tree conversation hearts, and these we repainted. If you guys didn't see that video, go back. I think it's 2 videos back. I'm also posting a lot of these videos on my Instagram and YouTube and TikTok if you guys aren't following me over there. Now we're going to add some of our beautiful Love Shack fancy inspired hearts. I'm using their wallpaper to create these big beautiful cookie hearts, and then I just added in some pink ornaments. I didn't do a bunch of ornaments into this tree because for time's sake it took me all day long to do this tree, even though I make it look super simple through the edit of this video. I'm also adding in these big cookie hearts and more felt hearts. Now I'm going to play some pretty music and let you guys watch me decorate this beautiful tree. Now I'm just adding in more and more layers of pretty hearts and sweet ornaments and just kind of taking my time with this really. I wasn't in a big hurry to create this because I really just wanted to enjoy myself and share with you guys all the little details. So I'm also adding in the rest of that pink Michaels ribbon to just kind of give it a little bit of swirl, and I really think that ribbon turned out beautiful. Now here's some of those little lacy bow hearts that we created in our last video using a thrift store curtain, and then there's some of those cardboard cookie hearts. If you put them on shish kebab sticks, you can easily pop them into your Valentine's Day Christmas tree or mantle decor. Now, as promised, I have been sampling some flowers from Miss Schuyler's wedding, my future daughter-in-law, and here are some of these pretty, I think they're like little peonies or hydrangeas, or they're not hydrangeas, I think they're little peonies, and so those came in the Amazon mail, and I'm just going to pop them into the tree because that way I have them as soon as she comes over, or when I see her this weekend. We're going to a bridal gown fitting. I'm super excited. I can bring those up and show those to her, but right now we're just going to use them in my little Valentine's Day Christmas tree. They were a pretty good deal. I think I got 2 of those bundles for $8. They were a little bit kind of smushed up. I was worried when I first unveiled the box, but once I got them out of the package and kind of fluffed them up a little bit, they were just fine. So I'm adding in also some coffee filter roses, and if you guys need that tutorial, that's a couple videos back as well. So many fun goodies to add to this, and also think about digging into your spring goodies for any Valentine's Day decor. of course, last but not least, I added in some pink satin ribbon bows. I only had one that I was able to add in to this part of the tree, although I have a whole nother roll out in the garage. Thankfully, it got saved from being added to this tree because I'm probably going to use it for future use. But here's a little Shabby Chic curtain panel I used underneath my tree as my tree skirt. My sweet friend Lorena, I had given her a bunch of my Shabby Chic stuff when I changed styles a couple of years ago, and she saved a bunch of things and gave it back to me. So Lorena, if you're watching this, thank you, precious, beautiful friend. You're such a doll to save these goodies and then also to loan them back to me. And also remember those cakes we made? I used those underneath the tree. Now let's use some of these bridal goodies. Again, this is one of those little bridal tool it's just like a pretty tool decor piece, and I added that underneath my big pretty bow that I made, and I made that in the last video. So you guys go back and check out the big bow making video that we did, and let me know. I'm wondering maybe if I should compile all of these Valentine's Day decor things that we did together, and that way you guys could just have them in one video to be able to go back and recreate or replicate, because all of them were super pretty. I think that's an idea that I might do for you guys coming up. And also I'm gonna have a brand new giveaway. Also, I'm super excited about that, to spoil one of you with some upcoming Valentine's Day goodies. So stay tuned for that. Now I'm just adding these big fluffy bows on with zip ties, and I didn't think I was going to do anything else, but of course you guys know me, I have to go a little extra. I had these little candle cherubs that I had bought over for Christmas, and I added them to each end, and they're so pretty. And my daughter got me pink candles for Christmas. I think her and my little future daughter in love, they really spoiled me with pink goodies and really got me inspired to go back to my Shabby Chic girly pink roots, and I just felt it coming. I just felt like it's time, the season of romance. I haven't done pink in a while, and it just makes my heart sparkle and shine. Now this felt heart is also one of those Dollar Tree DIYs I shared with you guys. And then these beautiful roses, I hated to cut them apart, but I knew they would be perfect for my mantle. I got these when we went on our little trip to Florida, and it was a Paris apartment store in Seaside, Florida. So chic and girly and fun, and the person that was working in the store was so kind and very lovely to shop with, so it was just such a lovely experience. And then I added in a couple little cookie hearts, and here is the final reveal. What do you all think? Of course, I noticed things that I want to do still with this tree, or little holes in the tree that I need to fill with maybe some ornaments or bows. Here's the mantle. I'm really happy with it. I think it came out really, really, really gorgeous. Let me know what you guys think. Now, I feel like my bookcases might be a little bit empty, but also I don't want to overwhelm the room because both of the tree and the mantle are so crazy. I think I'm going to do, though, for my packages, I'm going to do another cake and just do cakes all the way around my tree. But I did run out of spackling, which I used to make my fake cake icing, so I might have to get creative and do something different. Maybe we'll do some crepe paper to make it look like icing on the next ones. But let me know in the comment section, what do you all think about this beautiful tree? What was your favorite part of this video? Did you love all of it? Are you a pink girly girl? Do you love romantic decor? Remember, you guys can take any of my ideas and change up the ribbon, change up the floral color to match your decor. In fact, a friend of mine that goes to my yoga class is so precious, Miss Becky, and she created these hearts, and she made them in red, yellow, and black because she's a Kansas City Chiefs lover. So she's going to be doing a big Kansas City Chiefs tree, and I'll have to see if she's going to get me a picture of how that comes out. But it was so sweet to hear that she was replicating my ideas. So let me know in the comment section, have you guys made any of these DIYs? Do you decorate for Valentine's Day, or do you go straight into Easter and spring? Which I'm going to tell you right now, Michael's Craft Store has some really, really cute Shabby Chic kind of girly pastel Easter goodies. So I'm interested to see what Hobby Lobby is going to put out, but right now Michael's is my favorite, although they're going to be a little bit more pricey. I'm going to wait and see if they'll go on a 40% off. But what do you guys think? I am absolutely crushing on and loving this beautiful romantic Valentine's Day tree. I feel like every little spot has something pretty to look at. You can see more of the tree than I usually do in a lot of my trees, but What do you guys think about that? Should I fill in the holes a little bit more with some more lace and bows? Here's Benji Bear after his big barking episode. This is at night and he is done. He is so tuckered out. And some of you guys ask about my cat Tinky. She's older and she just pretty much lays around and sleeps. And so there she is on the table and she's just kind of chilling out, sleeping on her little princess throne on her shabby chic tablecloth. And she has her princess food bowl and water up there. But yeah, she doesn't really do a whole lot. That's why I don't film her as much besides just kind of lay around. Here's the tree at night. So pretty. And I love you guys so much. Now stay tuned for the devotional. I'm excited to share that with you guys as well. Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafting and decorating adventure. It's such a true blessing and honor to have each and every one of you all here. For those of you all that might have just clicked on this video and that are new to my page, welcome. I'm Olivia's Romantic Home. I'm a DIY crafty mama and I love to share with you guys how you can have a boutique gorgeous home. Now listen, I was looking back on my blog and I have actually been online posting about shabby chic and beautiful romantic decor all the way back since 2010. So that has been 15 years. I've been on YouTube, I believe, for 7 or 8 years. Really, I have 1,000 videos in my YouTube library. So if you guys need crafting and decorating inspiration, go back and click on some of those videos. You're gonna get so inspired and have so much fun. Also, listen, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel because it's totally free. It helps me out so much, and I am a full-time content creator. I'm gonna announce our next giveaway on our next video, so stay tuned for that. And also pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home DIY Facebook page where I share daily crafting inspiration with you guys, as well as on TikTok and Instagram. Listen, wherever you guys love to get your crafting content, I am here crafting and decorating. And this season is a season of fabulous romance. My son Max and his new fiance Skylar just got engaged, and actually they've been together for 7 years, so they're high school sweethearts and their love story is so precious. I posted about it a couple videos back, so go back and check that out. And if you guys want to find any of the tutorials on how to do my hearts, you can simply go into the search bar and just type in Valentine's Day or Love Shack Fancy, because these are all very Love Shack Fancy inspired. I've used their prints, which I ordered some of their wallpaper and I'm super excited. Not for sure if I'm gonna put it up in my living room, but I think it would be so pretty for the backdrop of this romantic Valentine's Day. And I'm sure I'm gonna be hosting Skylar's bridal shower, so it's gonna be oh so girly, fabulous, Love Shack Fancy, Bridgerton, Shabby Chic, all of those wonderful girly vibes. I even have this on. This is what I'm going to be wearing to the bridal fitting this weekend. I'm super excited for that. And it has warmed up just a little bit where I'm at, so a little bit of a break from the cold. What about you guys? We got so much snow and then it just all melted. It's just all gone. So anyway, I've also been sharing with you guys a devotional, so let's check that out. This devotional is called He Whispers Your Name. It's by Cherry Hill. And the last devotional that we read was called Help in Trouble. And the next one is going to be Eyes of Faith. Through the trials of life, I know you sometimes believe that I am allowing more difficulties than you can endure. You feel as though the walls are closing in and your spirit is crushed beyond the point of words, being able to describe the anguish. I am with you. Do not forget what I've assured you. In this world you will have trouble, John 16:33. But I never abandon you, and I give you my peace through the most treacherous storms of life. If you profess your faith in me, you can be sure that you will meet resistance to that faith. You are moving against the ways of the world, and that creates friction. It will seem as though all of your pain and suffering is in vain, but it is not. I have promised to repay you for your suffering in my name. I'm not asking you to trust by blind faith, but to walk with eyes of faith that see what I see. It is through the Red Sea moments that you are given the opportunity to experience my rescuing power. It's in the fiery furnace where you come to know what it's like to not be consumed by the flames and have no smell of smoke about you. Don't resent or pray away those moments that bring about miracles. It is in the midst of your troubles that you find my presence and delivering power in the ease of life. You fail to experience my provision, and you become a stranger to my help, healing, and amazing grace. Through eyes of faith, you can know that your troubles will turn to triumph. We are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed. But do not be in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, and struck down, and not destroyed. And that's 2 Corinthians 4, 8 through 9. I'm smiling because I have gone through some things, you guys, and this is a crafting channel, so we're going to keep it about crafting and decorating, but I have gone through some things, and I definitely felt like at times that I was going to be crushed under the weight of what I was going through. It broke my heart, it tore me in two, and it's taken several years to bounce back from those things and to continue to grow in faith. And I can tell you now that I have so much joy, and it's not just because of my circumstances, it's because the deeper I have gone into my faith in God, the better I have become, and I have surrounded myself with those who love and adore me, the things I love, and just some really amazing people. So it has been quite the journey, and I know you guys are also on your very own journey as well. And I know I've just heard from so many of you on the comment section thanking me for doing these devotionals, because by all means, I am the most imperfect Christian out there. And I want you guys to know that, because I want you to know that I stumble every day, and every day I just try to do a little bit better. So I'm sharing these things with you guys because I hope to help even just one person out there that might be struggling, that might be heartbroken, that might be going through things to where they feel like they can't even breathe, or they're just going through the motions. God will restore everything that you lost tenfold, and will restore that joy in your heart. And part of restoration, I feel like, in healing, is letting go of expectation and letting go of the need to control what journey we're on. And look around you, because there's so many blessings right now, even in the midst of your storm and your sorrow and your pain. And if you're in the time of joy, celebrate that as well. And it says in the Bible too that God gives us joy even in sorrow, and joy comes in the morning. So that all of those things are so true. So I hope this blessed you, and I hope you guys are just loving this beautiful Shabby Chic Love Shack Fancy inspired Valentine's Day tree. There's some of the back that has not been done, so it's kind of driving me a little bit crazy, but just looking at it here, I feel like it looks perfection, and it just looks like it's bursting with joy and hearts and all of the most wonderful things that is going on. But you know what I want to remind you guys is that love is the most important thing. So if anything is blocking you from loving others or loving yourself, start to root that out. I know for me, I had a lot of forgiveness to work through with some of the trials that I went through. And I'll tell you what, when you deeply forgive and you step out in gratitude, you're going to find so much joy. And trust me, even when I smile, there's still that broken heart there. But when I smile, know that that broken heart is healing, has healed, and is just moving forward. And we have to forgive, we have to keep going, because there's people that love us and depend on us. So I love y'all to the moon and back. I'm gonna hug all of your hearts so tight, give you all a big hug. I am so thankful and blessed and honored to have each and every one of you all here. We have such an amazing season of crafting and decorating coming up. I'm excited to just share with you guys my home, which I'm still in the same little home that I started YouTube in, but an expression of my heart. So this is an expression of my heart, the softness, and I've even felt afraid at times to even show how soft my heart is, how tender my heart is. But I feel like as I grow and heal, that I'm just going to just be exactly who I am. So I hope you guys are able to be exactly who you are and express that love, express that tenderness, and just go give somebody a big hug, somebody a beautiful text, or comment on somebody's post how beautiful they look, how wonderful their grandkids cute are, or just whatever. Just put out that joy. So I love y'all. I'm gonna let you go, and until our next video, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye. I'm out here to say